Hello and welcome to the Touchline Fracas podcast. I'm your host Lewis, and today's show will be an England World Cup special. We will be discussing England's squad choice, as well as what we should expect from this England side in 2014. Joining me today we have Io. How you doing, Io?
What's good, lads?
We have Leroy.
What's going on?
Reuben, welcome back, mate.
Hi, thanks for having me.
We should have Mickey, but he's not here at the moment. And Ife returns.
Hello, guys.
So how are we doing today, lads?
Not too bad.
Yeah. Well, what we'll do is we'll start with the squad. Roy Hodgson named his 30-man provisional squad on Monday or Tuesday, I believe. We'll start with you, Io. What are your thoughts on Roy's choice?
To be fair, this is probably the first squad that I've been kind of happy with in recent years regarding England. So I'm actually quite happy. There's a few decisions that raise a few eyebrows for me, like the complete exclusion of Kira Gibbs. I don't understand whatsoever. I think he's been the best English left back for me, and the inclusion of Frank Lampard. I don't know why we're taking Lampard. I don't know what he's coming there to. What is he coming there to do? Is he coming to coach, or is he coming? Because he can't be coming to the ball. Because I don't understand why what Lampard would bring to us that guys like Cork and Dolph haven't. Even Michael Carrick, who's in provisional, and Gareth Barry, guys, I would take them over Frank Lampard. So I really don't understand that. But and even Adam Johnson, I thought, why didn't he get an inclusion? We've already got, I would say, two out-and-out wingers, Raheem Sterling and Oxlade-Chamberlain. Fair enough, Welbeck and Lana could play out wide, but I think it would be nice to have another option. I think Adam Johnson's performances have warranted it, as well as Cork and Delph. But besides that, I'm reasonably pleased with it.
Okay. Reuben, how do you think Roy has done in terms of balancing the squad between youth and experience?
It's always a tough job, and in the last World Cup it was quite heavy on experience. I think he's done well this time. Obviously, the inclusion of Luke Shaw was something that people kind of expected. I would have gone for Gibbs as well, and he's quite young as well. But taking Shaw, Jones, Smalling, Lallana, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Sterling, but then still having people like Gerrard, Lampard, even though he shouldn't be there. And it's quite a young squad in general, really, because Terry's gone. So Gerrard and Lampard are the two main figures, and now Rooney, even though he still seems young. But yeah, he's done well in the balance, but I still would have changed a few selections.
Okay. Leroy, where would you say England's strongest and weakest areas are?
If I was going to say their strongest area, I'd actually say up top. And the reason I say up top is because I do actually like the players they've got. I like Daniel Sturridge. I think he offers a lot, and he's quite sort of versatile. Rooney, I think he's obviously speaks for himself. I like what Ricky Lambert brings to the squad. I think he's he offers you that target man type guy, but obviously he's very good technically. And then Welbeck is just obviously that standard effort player. But I think
respect Welbeck, please, man. Respect Welbeck.
Brings more than effort.
Yeah. He's good.
Come on.
But yeah, anyway.
It's like Henderson.
I actually think their weakest area, is defence, because I'm not really a fan of the defenders as individual defenders in this squad. Like a few of you said, I would have gone for Gibbs personally, because in my fullbacks, I kind of like more tenacious fullbacks. And I don't think Leighton Baines really has it for the international stage, but we'll see. Centre back Gary Cahill had a decent season, but yeah, I think defence is going to be a bit shaky, to be fair.
So, Ife, realistically, how well should we be expecting this England team to do? What's the bare minimum expectation?
Well, to be honest, I think it's going to be quite a surprise to people. I think England might do well. My issue, again, is with Leroy. Defensively, I think it's a real issue. I think not taking Ashley Cole was a big mistake. Why? Defensively, he's the best left back there is in the country, but that's by distance.
He's played 5 games this year.
That doesn't matter, because over the course of 7 games, that's the max games you can play in a World Cup. He could be the best. Why not? Why not? Every international tournament he's been on, every European campaign he's been on, he's been fantastic. I mean, his league form may not be, as consistent as it used to be, but in tournament football, he's been the best left back. He's always been the one to leave the tournament with, his reputation still intact and no one's questioning his performances, unlike people like Gerrard and Lampard and Rooney, So, again, defensively, I'm not too sure, but going forward, definitely got an attack that could damage a lot of the teams in the world. I don't see why not. But it depends. I'm not entirely sure. I'd probably say to get out of the group would be good. Beyond that, anything's possible in this World Cup. That's why it's going to be probably the most exciting World Cup for a long, long time.
I agree. So, I mean, I've got a question here from Elijah. He asks, how do you expect England to approach the game against Italy in Manaus? I mean, does anyone have any thoughts or theories into how we should set up that game? Any particular players we should use?
How we should or how we will?
Well, I mean, it depends on... We'll give your opinion and we'll decide on what we think.
You know what Roy Hodgson's like? Roy Hodgson's contain.
He's going 4-3-3.
Yeah.
I think if Italy played 3-5-2, we're in big trouble.
Definitely.
Why?
It's because when they play that free, especially when they play De Rossi's one of the centre backs, they kind of have like 4 players who operate the middle. 4 players will be inside the middle third of the pitch. Mm-hmm. So whereas we'll probably have like a midfield 2 or maybe a midfield 3. To be fair, all the centre midfielders are better than ours. Mm-hmm. Let alone with that many, especially when they get the wing backs to push up, and they usually have like one. I remember last time it was Balotelli, Cassano up front. Cassano used to drop into that little pocket. Then they had Montelivio, Pirlo,
Motta.
Was it Marquisio? Marquisio played in the midfield 3. And De Rossi, who was playing centre back, he kind of pushed on a bit. So they had like 5 players, and that's why we couldn't touch the ball. Pirlo had the freedom of the pitch. So that's what I really worry about. Because with that type of formation, I think they'll just tactically get us and they'll monopolise the ball.
Do you think?
However, I think. What do you say?
Yeah, do you think we'll learn from the previous experience?
I don't know. But I personally think the way we should set up, I think that's one of the games where we should play more of a 4-5-1 type formation, where when we don't have the ball, we press Italy quickly. Especially guys like Pirlo and Montelivio. You don't want them to get in the ball and start popping the ball around. And we've got a lot of pace in the side, so it's just hit them on the break quickly. So I think that's how we should tend to set up. Because if we hit them on the break, especially with the space behind their wing backs, if they play 3-5-2, I think especially the centre backs aren't particularly quick, and they are quite cynical. They will bring you down in 1v1 situations outside the box. So I think we need to take the most of that. But I'm not too sure if I trust Hodgson that much.
Yeah, I was going to agree with you, but I was going to say exactly what you said. Basically, I think one bit I'll change is I think rather than just pressing quickly, I think we should press in key areas. Like, I wouldn't go chasing them all over the pitch, especially in that climate. I would make sure, the central positions are pressed very well. Like, I'd make sure if all their deep line midfielders are pressed, I'd make sure I'd always press in central positions. But I wouldn't be too bothered if their wing backs had too much of the ball. I would contain their wing backs. So I would shuffle across and just sort of contain their wing backs and make sure I held my shape. But then when they had the ball in central positions, then I would make sure we pressed as a team. But then I agree, the most important thing, I think, especially against Italy, is attacking with pace. And using the spacing behind their fullbacks like Sterling, Lallana, Sturridge. Sturridge is one of the best forwards in the league at running the channels. So I think that's exactly what we should be doing.
Agreed.
Okay. So in terms
what I think he will do though,
go on,
just add that.
Go for it.
I reckon he'll. I don't know what I'd do. I'd be tempted to play like a 4-5-1 with fast wingers who track back a lot and play maybe Wilshere and Henderson in front of Gerrard. What I think he'll play a 3-man midfield with Gerrard sitting, not doing any running, Henderson and Wilshere doing all his pressing, and then he'll probably put Sturridge on the wing because he doesn't want to drop either him or Rooney, and then maybe Welbeck or Oxlade-Chamberlain or Sterling on the other.
It'll be Sterling.
It will definitely be Sterling. Sterling's the one to start. I mean, Sterling does his defensive duties. Probably one of the best in the league at doing it, to be honest.
I think we're going to get overrun though.
Yeah,
if they play a defence, or which can be a 5-man because they'll play wing backs. And if De Rossi, like you said, is one of their centre backs, they basically play a 6-man midfield because they have like a diamond of central midfielders and then wing backs and 2 strikers, and will get overrun going back. So in that game, it's all about containing the pressure and then hitting them on the break. Because we're not. If we try to keep have more possession in them, it won't work.
Yeah, agreed.
So I mean, would a draw be a good result for England in the first game? You reckon?
Yeah,
I wouldn't think so, to be honest.
Yeah,
I think so, because I don't think Uruguay is as great side as everyone's making them out.
No,
I think, and also losing the first game, you don't want to lose the first game. And I think Italy are one of the most criminally underrated teams in world football. Everyone always forgets that Italy, they were in the finals last time. They are very, 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 very good.
There's this misconception that they play slow, but they're really good.
Yeah.
So.
However, I do believe that we can beat them. I think if we set up proper or Oxlade to the left and you have Sterling on the right, just getting them at pace, guys like Rooney, Sterling, Welbeck, Lallana, Oxlade, Sturridge, all of them, they can run and commit players. Even if we bring up guys like Barkley off the bench, even Wilshere from midfield, those guys can commit players. And the Italians, they are not the greatest in defending 1v1 situations across the pitch. Yeah, obviously they've got good centre backs, but especially their midfielders.
The midfielders, agreed.
Midfielders agree. Obviously, Thiago Motta, he's a great player, but put a guy like Ross Barkley on him, he's just going to bring him down all game.
I've had visions of Barkley coming on and nutmegging Pirlo and switching him on top corner like Oscar did. It's going to happen, I can tell. It's just.
But I think we definitely can get something for the game. I think the Uruguay game is the key. I think we can target that game, but the problem is that criminal back four of us. I'm very, very worried about it.
I mean, does the back four choose itself?
I was gonna say, in terms of the back four, though, I don't. Do you know what? I like Suarez. I think he's a top player, one of the best players in the world. But I think Uruguay, the way they're set up, I don't think it's going to help him. I mean, he's a fluid type of striker. The way that Uruguay play is not best suited to how Suarez likes to play. You know, Cavani.
It suits Cavani good. That's the problem.
Yeah, it suits Cavani.
It's accommodating them both, isn't it?
Exactly. You have to bear in mind that obviously Cavani. I think Cavani will be playing up top and Suarez behind or to the left of him.
No. It's like I think last time I saw them play like a 4. They played more of a 4-4-2 type with James Rodriguez on the left. So
Gaston Ramirez.
Gaston Ramirez.
That's Ramirez, yeah, because Rodriguez is there.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're very. I think Uruguay can be got at. To be perfectly honest.
Definitely.
But then again, I think Italy can be got at as well. I don't think they're impenetrable. I think
they're not.
Hit them with pace, and you will damage them. I mean, you've got, especially when the game's going against you, but you're still in the game. So it's at 0-0 or 1-1, and you feel like the game's going away from you. Then you bring on Ross Barkley, who can change a game with his direct running, pace, and power. Those kind of play. We're quite fortunate. I think England are quite fortunate to actually have these kind of players, especially Barkley and Sterling. Because these players will have no fear. They won't go into this World Cup with fear. They'll play their game. So
I think the difference between Italy and the Uruguay game is that whereas Italy, I fear more because I believe that we will probably have. Not even just because they got better players, they will have more of the ball. I think against Uruguay, I think we will have equal share of the ball against Uruguay. I think we can really get at Uruguay, but it's just in terms of tournament football, they're decided on moments, and just a half chance in the box for guys like Cavani and Suarez. Especially with our back four, we got Glenn Johnson right back, who's garbage. Leighton Baines, Kane.
Do you know what? Do you know what? My main issue is that I think we're completely disregarding the game against Costa Rica. I think complacency can cost us in that game more than. I think that's the most dangerous game because we don't know.
It's last.
Yeah, I don't think we know how good they are. I think
Yeah.
They are actually a very decent team, and especially in South America, it is not going to be easy
I
against
mean,
them.
they beat Mexico in the qualifiers, and they beat United
Exactly.
States in the qualifiers, so they're no mugs.
They're no mugs,
Yeah,
exactly.
not be no mugs, but I'm assuming that England are going to play at a high level. If England play at a high level, they have to beat Costa Rica.
We've got to get 3 points against them.
Yeah.
Especially if we're talking about having a good cup run. We teams like Costa Rica, we should be not just beating them, but dispatching them. Like, I'm not saying we have to smash them 5-0, but beating full control of the game and comfortable.
It could probably come down to, I mean, whoever spanks Costa Rica the most, to be honest, because you're looking at probably a 5-point
Split.
group where
But
3 teams under 5
I don't think
points.
Costa Rica are mugs like that. I think Costa Rica.
No, they're not mugs like that, to be honest.
Especially of Italy, because you see Italy, they're a very good team, but sometimes they just don't break teams down.
Yeah.
So like, I think I don't know, there could be a few surprises.
I mean, I'm looking at Costa Rica's record now. I mean, in the last year or so, they haven't lost by more than 1 goal, except against Chile in a friendly. So
I'm pretty sure that Chile's had moved to us at Wembley as well. So
yeah, exactly. So they're definitely not there to be. They keep a lot of clean sheets. I know it's against teams like Jamaica and Cuba and stuff, but you know.
Yeah.
Can I ask you guys? Would you play a different team against Italy on the opening day, and then against Uruguay on the other day, and who would you chop and change, kind of thing?
Yeah, keep it fresh. I would definitely. I would play against Italy. I'd play 3-man midfield, maybe one off Rooney or Sturridge with the other one coming on, or maybe just put one of them out wide, say Sturridge on the right and Sterling on the left. And against Uruguay, I'd go more attacking. I'd play 4-2-3-1, maybe drop Wilshere, play Gerard Henderson, and then Rooney behind Sturridge and 2 wingers, or Barkley behind Rooney, something like that. I'd go much more attacking against Uruguay.
Okay.
See the Italy game. I don't know how I would personally approach it, because while I don't think Sturridge should be played out wide, especially in a team that's not as fluid as England, I think, especially in a game like Italy, I think we're just going to waste Sturridge out wide. He ain't going to be able to have as much game, especially the first 60 minutes. If he got moved there when the game got stretched, maybe, but not from the offset. Then again, I'm thinking, I don't want to drop either Rooney or Sturridge. So I personally, I don't even know how you want to set up for that game myself.
Personally, personally, against Uruguay, Rooney and Sturridge have to play. Against Italy, against Italy, that's a hard one. You don't want to drop Rooney for that game.
You don't want to
because you don't want to drop Rooney for that game, because you know it could affect him for the rest of the tournament.
You don't want to drop Sturridge, because Sturridge is a top player.
Exactly. I mean, me personally, for both games, I want my most talented players on the pitch at least, so I'll play both of them in both games. But the way I'd approach it would be differently. I'd approach it different. So for the first one, I would say, as we say, more containment, counter-attacking, speed type thing. And for that, I think Sturridge can play wide, because I think if my aim is to sort of catch them on the break, I think Sturridge wide can work. However, in the Uruguay game, I agree with Reuben. I'd go more attacking, and I would actually try and control the game a bit more. And then I'd do 1-off-1 with a 4-2-3-1. So I completely agree with what Reuben said.
I'd rather play Oxlade and Welbeck wide than Sturridge wide.
Yeah, I'm not Welbeck, but I do.
As a winger, I'd rather have Welbeck, but I don't want to drop Sturridge at all.
Yeah, Sturridge is a goal.
And I don't trust. I'm a United fan, and I do not trust Rooney with the job of staying touched to Pirlo.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Because the thing is, if it was Welbeck in that role, I'll trust Welbeck more, because I've seen Welbeck do that, sticking on players, like he did it against Xabi Alonso. He does it. He's quite good at that, sticking on players, put them under pressure, and when he has the ball, he's running at them, getting them on yellow cards, making them backpedal. But with Rooney, he's very, very lax, very, very lax. We saw it against Barca. He was meant to stick on Busquets. That didn't work.
He's more of a creative striker than a proper attacking midfielder, so he doesn't know what to.
So, and I don't think we could really afford to have somebody who can't allow Pirlo to have a free reign. It's just insanity. So
we will, unfortunately.
We will. It's going to happen. Pirlo and Montalivo are going to pass us off the pitch. We know it's going to happen, innit? So I think it's very difficult, that game. Like, this may sound crazy, but I would rather play Wayne Rooney wide than Sturridge wide.
Wow.
No, I can understand that.
Yeah.
Especially because Sturridge, his hold-up play is one of the most underrated features of his game.
Yes, I agree.
and he run like you could give the ball to Sturridge. It could be Barzagli behind him or Rochinot or Chiellini. He'll make that ball.
Yeah,
He'll
keep it.
And he's got to a stage in his game where he knows when to make it stick. He knows when to pop it off. He knows when to just win a free kick or throw, or when to turn and run at them. So I think you have to play Sturridge up front that game. But I don't know, man.
Yeah, to be honest, it's very tough.
Because even that game, I would want to play Barkley.
I don't think he can though.
Against Italy, no. I mean, for me, that's a bit too risky because
that is too confident.
Yeah, it's too risky.
I'm not saying he should, but Milner might start that game.
I'd rather start Milner than Henderson.
That's a shout. To be honest,
at centre mid.
Milner's best position is centre mid.
It's centre mid.
Right centre mid. In a midfield three, he would be so sick at centre mid.
Yeah. I agree.
Like I've seen Milner play live Villa versus Man City, and this is the game where I had Carlos Tevez, Zeko, David Silva, and Milner was the best player in that game.
He was the man of the match, yeah.
No, centre mid, he can actually ball on the wing. I everyone knows me. I don't like on the wing. But
do you know what the thing is with Milner? I think everyone used to see him at Aston Villa as all guns blazing, like midfielder. He could play anywhere. Bombing on. But centre mid is where that is what made Man City buy him. When he played centre mid, he is dynamic, powerful, and do you know what? I think the thing is with him, people put him on the wing just to do a job, but they don't see that when he plays centre mid, he can actually put himself about. Like he's always in the game. He's never drifting. That's why I'd start Milner.
Shot as well.
I'd start Milner. Yes,
he's both foot, and he's got a very, very, very good passing range.
Would you say James Milner is the most underrated England player?
I'd say so, but depending on his position.
If you play centre mid, yes. Put him out wide, no, because out wide he's trash. But
out wide he's poor. Out wide he's not good. Out wide he's there to do a job.
Centre mid, he will bring exactly what Henderson brings, but with more tactical sense and actually just general more ability.
Yeah,
period. I don't see how anyone can argue that. He'll bring the same energy, bring the same enthusiasm, he'll bring that same willingness to tackle or win the ball back. But at the same time, I don't like. I've got this fear of. I could just see it. Henderson playing that game, and he'll just be lost.
You know what? I'm gonna say. I think depending on Wilshere's fitness, I think it will probably be Milner and Henderson playing with Gerrard.
You reckon you can see Hodgson playing Milner in the middle?
He'll fucking play Lampard.
Absolutely.
Lampard plays. You'll see him on the pitch.
I'm watching with my back to the telly.
Lampard. No, Lampard. I'm pretty certain. Roy Hodgson pretty much I'm pretty certain this will happen. He's pretty much told Lampard, "Okay, you're going to be here to come on and calm the game down," because that's what he's been doing this season. When he starts, he's been shocking. When we're winning, he comes on, controls the game, calms it down. That's all he's needed for. That's why he's taken. He's not there to be, doing 20-yard darts.
Yeah, I think Roy Hodgson did kind of give that away in his press conference.
Yeah, the way he's spoken.
Fuck Lampard, man. I don't want to see anyone in the pitch, man.
No, but to be perfectly honest, though, this is like if you did need a player to calm a game down, Lampard's the guy. No joke. Out of the England lot, he's the guy.
Out of the ones who got picks, maybe.
I'd rather have Carrick.
I'd rather have Carrick doing that.
Not Carrick, sorry.
All day.
Yeah, Lampard, just think about him makes me sick.
Wait, I'm upset Carrick didn't go anyway because Carrick is for me the guy who's going to win us the Costa Rica game.
I don't know. The thing is, though, with Carrick, this season, Gerrard has evolved into Carrick's role.
Exactly.
But,
that's exactly the truth.
He doesn't do the same job. He doesn't do the same job in the same way, the same standard.
Last season, Carrick was the best at that role. Like Arteta did the same sort of thing. Gerrard does it. Gerrard will get knackered in this climate. By the last game, if we have to play Lampard number 4, I won't be happy. Like Carrick should have gone just for that.
Yeah, I agree.
Or Barry, but I'd
have Barry though. To be honest, I'd have Barry. I think he's been amazing this season. He's been amazing this season. I'm not saying for England, because for England he's always rubbish, but in terms of
he's rubbish, period. That's why. Do you remember the last World Cup? We're like, Barry, He's not
Well,
staying.
Gerrard did take the back.
Ozil ran away from it. Ozil left him for dead.
Ozil-
Then again, Ozil, wait, let's not. We have to take in the
No.
speed.
Ozil jogs. He gave him 15 yards and he beat him. He jogs.
It was
No, I don't rate Barry.
But he's a professional player. How can you get outpaced by Ozil jogging? And you have 15 yards head start.
Nah,
No, I don't rate Barry, but he's played well this season, and I'd probably have him ahead of everyone. Simple.
So I mean,
Truthfully,
guys,
Miss Hargreaves.
guys, a question would be, someone asked on Twitter, how many Liverpool selected players do you think would have a strong bearing over the team? So,
All of them.
I mean, can England be a successful squad if it starts every Liverpool player?
Well, minus Glenn Johnson. All of
Johnson
them.
will start, obviously, but
He can't.
And
He shouldn't. I think Flanagan is Flanagan in the squad.
no, he's
right,
not.
I'm
He's
sorry,
on,
I have to interrupt here.
Me
Flanagan's on standby. Flanagan should not be anywhere near the squad. He's
Thank you.
improved, but that's
Thank
because
you.
he used to be absolutely shit. He
Wait,
should not be
But
anywhere
listen,
near the
but
squad. Right? I know I'm
here's
being
the thing.
biased. I know
But
I'm being
here's the
biased.
thing.
Look at Joel Ward. Look at Nathaniel Klein.
yeah.
Right, they are
True.
miles ahead.
But here I agree. But we're forgetting who the right back is. Glenn Johnson. And he is shocking.
Do you know-
You should know. You support Palace. You should know. You
Oh
saw
yeah,
his
Balassi mocked him.
performance. I mean, and we're not going to be coming up against any Balassis. We're going to be coming up against the best in the world. You think Suarez is going to make Glenn Johnson?
I know.
Last World Cup, we played Algeria. Bell Hadj. Just look at this guy's face, yeah.
I just forgot he existed.
Bell Hadj.
What is his name? Nadir Belhaj or something?
Just look at their kit. This guy. Glenn Johnson is the only right back in the world that could
Just
get
stick
taken
Milner at right back or Jones or something. I'm not having Johnson.
If the left mid runs at Glenn Johnson 10 times, he's beaten him 11 times. Bro. That's how.
I'm telling you, I'd rather have Gibbs at right back than Johnson.
Johnson.
It's not a
Fucking-
bad shout, to be fair. Especially if the winger's right-footed. But yeah.
And do you know
Even
the
though he's
thing
not
with-
Benteke over him right back. I don't
Do you
care.
know the
Listen,
funny thing is? The funny thing is about Johnson, yeah. He knows that we'll be up against it, and he will try his hardest to support the attack when he doesn't need to. Like, what's wrong with you?
and even this season, he hasn't been great going forward this season as well, you know.
Exactly.
So only these,
What's
the only
his
thing. He's just a useless.
I know he gets stick, but I wish Kyle Walker was fit because he's just.
Even
better.
Kyle Walker.
I know even Kyle Walker does the same thing defensively, but
Exactly.
going forward he has a lot more.
Trash like that. Nah, man. If you shoot a sleeve, then to go get a sleeve. You know, why did you get a sleeve? Go practice how to defend first. Like, I hate all our right backs.
You know, I'll take Callum Chambers over them all.
True.
Yeah,
Joe Ward.
But then
What
again,
about-
Ward is
What
very
happened to Martin Kelly for the
silly.
He's
He
injured,
was
isn't
playing,
he?
he was playing yesterday in the match
He's
against Shamrock.
actually just
He
a
died.
solid right back. He's just
Yeah.
solid. Like,
He had promise before his injury. And
yeah,
Flanagan's
he looks
much
good.
taking his spot. But
But out of the right backs we've got available, I would start either Jones or Flanagan. It's just not Glenn Johnson.
Well, it's Flanagan. No, forget Flanagan, man. He couldn't. You
Imagine
Flanagan in
we
the World
play
Cup.
Brazil in like the quarterfinals and we have to play Flanagan against Neymar.
okay, but we're laughing. But you're going to play Glenn Johnson.
Johnson, yeah.
He got absolutely raped by Balassi. Absolutely destroyed.
Right, okay, you say that, but Balassi is a problem. Balassi is a problem.
He's a problem, but he's not a Neymar problem.
He's not world class.
I remember one friend we played against Holland, yeah. I remember one friend against Holland, yeah, and they first half was Reuben versus Glenn Johnson, and Glenn Johnson was getting turned in and out. Like, I think they must have to untangle him, and then they brought on Babel. And then Babel didn't like Babel will outpace him, wait for him to get back, waits him, then nutmeg. I was thinking, Glenn Johnson, what are you doing? Getting dubs by a rapper. Look at that rapper. You play football. Who's Babel's club now? Does he play ball anymore? No, this is a serious question.
He's getting treated like a bosh.
Nah, Glenn Johnson. Even just thinking of him playing against guys like James Rodriguez, like let alone to get to latter stages, where you get guys like Neymar and Robin and Royce and said, "Oh mate, this was painful."
Guys, let's put our necks on the line. So let's kind of try and predict what the results are going to be, and we'll see how far we can go. So, first game against Italy, what are we saying?
I think we'll lose 1-0.
2-1 England.
Wow.
We'll lose. It'll be 2-0. I'm being pessimistic, but yeah.
You reckon? So the majority consensus will lose.
I think
I'd be happy with a draw.
I'm trying to think 1-0 or 1-1 if the subs get right 1-1, but
I can see a proper 0-0.
I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, so
would be good to be honest, but
I'll take 0-0 straight to the bank.
And, I think a Sturridge double.
You reckon?
2-1. Yeah, 2-1.
I mean, it happened against Argentina a few years ago, didn't it? I mean, where we got a first. Wasn't Argentina the first game and we won 1-0? The Beckham penalty?
Yep.
Was it Beckham penalty?
Well, where Owen did what he did.
Yeah.
And
When was this? 2002?
yeah, 2002 in Sapporo, I think. Sapporo, wherever it was. Alright, well, what about the Uruguay game?
I think we'll pull out a draw, and I think it'll be high scoring. So I'm going 2-2. I think we'll get our act together after the Italy game, and then we'll probably go ahead, and then they'll pick us back.
2-1 England win.
Yeah, same. I'll go give it another 2-1 win.
Suarez.
Ife, you got a 6 from 6?
Goals.
I think it's possible. To be honest, I think the fact that people are underestimating what England can achieve will help them a lot. They're not expecting anything from the World Cup.
Nah, we've got a rigid manager.
They're going to play. This is going to be. But wait, this is going to be the first season or the first tournament where England are playing with absolutely no pressure, no expectation at all.
What about last?
And I think that's why. Oh, there was loads
Last
of
time, still
expectation.
people thought we were going to go. We had the easiest group last time.
You know,
we have the hardest group this time.
Remember last time, everyone was like, "Oh, the golden generation, the last chance." So much pressure on that. So,
and also this time, we haven't got enough trash guys like Ashley Young and them type of guys to pick. Like right now, we have most, especially in terms of our wide positions and forwards, they're all actually good. So even as much as Hodgson wants to tries, we'll still have to have at least 4 ballers on the pitch. So. Whereas in previous years we started teams like Milner at right and then Ashley Young on the left, just
Heskey.
Heskey and really.
But the thing is, obviously we've got ballers and people are saying, oh yeah, we've got ballers. Look how Sterling's playing. Sterling's not going to be the same Sterling because Roy Hodgson's such a rigid manager. He doesn't give freedom to his players. He really coaches them and he knows exactly what he wants from his team. And I really don't think his system is going to work with these players unless they sort of just say fuck Roy Hodgson and let's go freestyle.
Yeah. Because I think you'll see it in the games when things start going against us. Rooney will just forget the game plan and start saying, "Okay, I'm dropping deep." Guys like Sturridge, I think because we've got a lot of players they're just competitive. Guys like Sterling, he'll just attack his fullback all game long. He don't care. So Oxlade-Chamberlain, you know what Sturridge is about. Sturridge wants to bag as many goals as possible. So I think even though they'll be under a specific tactic, especially on a break. Them guys breaking that. I'm telling you now, no defense in the world wants to be seeing Oxlade, Sturridge, Welbeck, all these type of guys, Sterling run at them. No one, because that's the worst thing to handle. Pace, power, with the ability to dribble and actually commit your man. No one wants to see us with that.
And creativity. They're not just pure pace anymore, are they?
Yeah. We ain't got. They ain't no Sean Wright Phillips, Aaron
Lennon and Young. Sterling and Oxlade-Chamberlain are far superior.
If he's gonna leave us now, guys,
Chelsea fans.
This is Chelsea fans, eh?
Yeah, Chelsea fans. Anyway, so what? Everyone's saying a win or a draw maybe at Uruguay.
Yeah, I'm saying a draw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Win.
And Costa Rica, everyone say a win, another win.
Yeah, now a win.
Yeah.
7-0.
2-1 win.
So I think
score 3. That guy Wobbs to score 3 as well.
So I think Leroy, you're pretty much saying 4 points.
Yep, 4 points from 3 games.
Which probably isn't going to be enough, is it?
Probably not.
Yeah, I got a beat.
What have you got? You've got a draw and a win. Draw and 2 wins.
No, defeat and 2 wins.
So you got 6 points. Reuben, you got
Loss against Italy, win. Yeah, 6 points.
6 points. So I reckon 6 points will probably get us second.
Yeah. If it all goes
if
to like,
if it all goes to sort of plan. So if we finish second,
as sort of predicted, it might.
yeah, if we finish second, I think we get the winner out of Colombia and who's in Colombia's group?
Japan, Ivory Coast, and
Japan,
Greece.
Ivory Coast, and Greece. That's it. So I think we could all probably assume that Colombia is going to win that group.
Will win it,
Yeah.
So
And
that
then-
means
of course.
Boy, listen, Japan might come and turn up on these guys, you know.
that's
yeah,
what I was
Japan
thinking.
are
I've got
big.
Japan actually to finish second.
Japan might turn up because Ivory Coast.
I wouldn't mind playing Japan.
If we play Japan, yeah, we'll brush Japan.
I'm not so confident about that. Maybe I'm a pessimist, but boy, Japan can kick ball.
Yeah, they can kick ball, but their defense is garbage. So
Defense is awful.
I think Colombia will
our
win,
attack
though.
is so good, though.
yeah, but the thing is, with Japan, have got a lot of creative players, but they ain't got like I don't know. I don't think they've got like an out-and-out goal-scoring threat. Obviously, they've got guys like Honda and Kago, especially Honda and Kago probably just dance around our midfielders all day. But I think we could take. I think we could even Colombia. I think we could take Colombia.
You reckon? I reckon we could beat Colombia.
Yeah, like
Well,
I don't care.
if we get past Colombia, provided we finish second and we get Colombia in the second round, the quarterfinal we get basically the winner of Group A,
Brazil.
which would be Brazil. If they get past, the thing is with Group B, they've got Spain, Chile, Holland. So whoever gets through there is going to be playing Brazil in the next in the second round. So
Brazil, brush Holland and Chile.
yeah, I think Chile will get past Holland.
Chile will come second.
Yeah, I think Chile will come second, and Brazil will beat Chile,
And then we'll get Brazil.
and we'll get Brazil in the quarterfinals.
So it's home
That
time
won't
for
be a bad way to go out.
No,
That'd be
Very-
dignified.
No, that's the will because Brazil will actually. I think they'll actually brush us. Like they will
do you
brush us.
think?
In the quarterfinals, they're going to brush us.
Yeah.
Like if they turn up, they will brush us.
I don't
Like,
think they'll brush us. I think they'll beat us, but
I don't. Maybe shall I tell you our back four again?
because I think they're a bit scared. I think they're a bit scared of our front line.
Yeah, but we'll have to have the ball first.
Mm.
Let's remember that we need the ball first. And Brazil pressure and they're an intelligent team. Just because they're a bit gung ho, but they're a very intelligent team. The way Daniel Alves pushes on very, very high, and then whoever's playing on the right will be probably most likely to be Hulk. He'll tuck in and make it like a forward two with Fred. If Fred starts, their midfield will be very powerful and directive. Fernandinho, Oscar. They could play Hernandez. They could play Paulinho made the squad. I think he did. Paulinho.
So did
Gustavo.
Ramirez.
They're especially because their midfield core is not just ability. They've got a lot of power, and they're just going to swallow our midfield.
They have a good balance. They'll win it, I reckon.
I think they'll smash us. Like 2-3 zip. I'm not going to lie to you.
So I think quarterfinals then is what we've come to.
I think quarterfinals is the bare minimum.
You reckon?
I mean, not bare minimum. I think.
You think that's the marker?
Yeah, that's a marker because I think even second round, if we get to second round, I don't see why we should be getting knocked out by.
Considering how weak Group C is, yeah.
Yeah, I don't see why we should get knocked out by any of those sides. So, but quarterfinals, if we could get past quarterfinals, that would be an absolute miracle. But
It would be.
Well, if we get past the quarterfinals, then you're sort of looking at Spain probably in the semis.
What if we top the group though?
If we top the group, then you get
You get an easier game in the next round, but then don't you still play Brazil in the quarters?
No, you'd play the winner out of Italy's group, I think.
That's our group.
This is our group, man.
Our group, you donut.
Not Italy's group, sorry. Spain.
Right, so Brazil or Spain.
Yeah. So I think in the second round
Equally hard.
you'd get one of Croatia, Mexico. Well, I'm not even going to count Cameroon, but
Trash.
I would imagine Croatia.
Croatia will secretly stick it on us,
Croatia will go. Croatia's midfield. Imagine they have Kovacic, Modric, Rakitic, and Mandzukic as number 9. That's disgusting.
They'll stick it on us in a different way. We'll definitely go out that route. I'll put 20 quid on that.
No, wait. No, I don't think it is Croatia.
Okay, good stuff then. Good stuff.
No, my research is absolutely
Croatia are in
shocking.
Brazil's group. Look.
So in the second round, sorry, if we finish top, we would get Japan. or Ivory Coast or Greece. Or Colombia. One of them. So in the quarterfinals, if you get past them, you are you're looking at Spain.
Okay.
So in the
Well,
quarterfinals,
Spain's worst 11 players will actually walk into our first team. That's the first thing. And that's
in
like,
every
if you look at that
position
squad,
other than striker.
Oh,
I mean,
no,
they got
up front,
faster,
yeah.
but yeah.
other than up front, yeah.
Well, it's not going to be a happy
think
World Cup, man.
I think the quarterfinals is just that.
Once you're in the quarterfinals, you're playing the best 8, so you can't bank on getting an easy game.
No, of course not. I mean, when you look at the quarterfinals, you probably expect to be Argentina, Germany,
Spain, Brazil.
You know, Portugal probably. Maybe
Ronaldo.
France, because France got quite an easy group, didn't they?
France,
Yeah.
So
they always
France, they're not
No,
cohesive.
France either do really well or really badly, and they did really badly last time, so they'll do really well this time.
Nah,
think-
they're in it, man.
got a really talented squad though. Like, did Rabiot make the squad?
I don't think so.
Nasri did.
Actually didn't, but that's politics. But they got guys like Griezmann.
Yeah.
I imagine it'll be Griezmann and Frank Ribery occupying the wide positions off King Karim up front. They've got guys like Pogba, Tweedy, Cabaye. That's quite a good midfield, to be fair. So I think they could be a dangerous team if they get that together and they're coached well.
Yeah.
And even who's at the back? It's Koscielny. Does Rami?
Varane,
Or Sacco.
Sanya and Evra.
Sacco,
Everyone across.
I don't think Clichy got
They
chosen.
have Lucas Digne as backup to Evra. Digne's a left back.
Is he a left back?
Bushi and Sanya are right backs.
Everyone will probably cost them the World Cup.
Rabiot didn't make the squad,
No,
he's good
Rabiot
player.
didn't.
but Moussa Sissoko did.
Are you being serious?
Moussa Sissoko's in the squad ahead of Rabiot.
Moussa Sissoko is in Newcastle.
Yeah,
So
that's
now she's at home and Moussa Sissoko is training right now.
yeah.
That's sick then.
Schneiderlin's in the standby.
Standby list, yeah.
What is Moussa Sissoko on the standby list or the actual squad?
No, actual
squad.
Oh my! I hope they go out.
Do you know what? They've got such a talented team. Like, it'll be a shame, man.
But how did Moussa Sissoko do this though?
He's actually not that bad.
Oh,
He's not that bad.
please don't do this.
He's not that bad.
Please don't do this.
All right, let me be quiet, man.
Because I'm gonna ask you why you think he's not that bad. Because
He's not terrible.
we both know he's got no tech.
It's not non-existent. Like,
Oh,
Who?
So what? Them rumours about Diaby being in
it's
the
all
squad
right.
are false then?
yeah. That's,
Oh, that got my hopes
so
up.
wait. Do you actually think Diaby made the squad?
No, because do you know what? there were rumours saying that Diaby had made the squad.
What to do? What?
I don't know.
Nah.
Diaby, you know.
No, do you know why? Because Diaby came out and said like quite a few months ago and said that he's still got a chance of making the World Cup.
He's definitely been
He
drinking.
was dreaming.
I'm sure he said that. He said something along those lines of, or maybe he was talking about in timescale of when he would be back.
Yeah.
He said, "Well,
Or maybe he meant earning enough money to buy the game, but yeah.
man.
Diaby.
Anyway, as long as they don't play Giroud, they'll be fine.
Giroud's their second striker, mate.
Yeah, I know.
According to Arsenal fans, at the beginning of the season, Giroud should be the main man for France.
For France, bruv, when you lot said that, I wanted to kill all of you.
Who's you lot?
You said it. You said it.
I never said it. If you can pull up my tweet, I will happily admit it. But I never said he should be starting for. I've always said Benzema's better than Giroud. And you guys just make up stuff that I say. I've said one controversial thing and I get it in the neck.
What have you said? What's the one controversial thing?
I'm not gonna say it.
Please say it.
Okay, I'll say it for you. You said, and I
No,
quote.
make sure it's the right words.
You said two different things. You said, and I quote, Giroud is a world-class target man.
Yeah.
And the second, you said, and I quote, Giroud is in the top 10 strikers in the Premier League.
No. I said in the Prem or in the world.
You said in the Prem.
Did I say in the
You said
Prem?
in the what?
I know I said he's top 10 target man.
No, you said he's top 10 strikers in the Prem.
Because my reasons for him being in a world-class target man, because I said if he's top 10 in the world at doing something, he should be world-class.
Which he's not top 10 in the world anyway.
Alright, okay, but that's a different thing.
Yeah, so once you know.
Listen, Drew's been alright the last couple of weeks anyway, so...
Oh yeah, you're playing against.
And he thinks he's good again.
Giroud gets too much hate. He's alright at his job. He just doesn't really
no, these
fit
guys
off.
hate him proper. They proper hate him. I hate it.
No, we don't hate him. He's just
No,
garbage.
Leroy hates
I'd have
him.
him
He's
at
not
Palace. You
garbage.
put him in a Tony Pulis team, he'll bang 20 goals.
He's trash, bro. I'm sorry.
No. The thing is, I'm thinking if I had him in my club, I would absolutely despise him. I'm not gonna lie to you. But he's at your.
I've had Jerome all season, so...
Oh yeah, true.
Okay. Wait, guys, can I ask you, what do you think of Belgium?
Yeah, I was going to ask that. That's a Twitter question, actually.
Promising. Right, basically, they've got a lot of talent. They're not going to get that far. They've been blessed with quite an easy group, but no, they won't get that far. Their attack's amazing. They don't have any good fullbacks. So, quarterfinals maximum, and then Euros in the next World Cup, they should do much better.
Yeah, I was going to say, but...
I think they're quite hipster. They're quite the hipster nation, but I think with Belgium, they've got so many gifted players. Like you just never know. I'm not saying they'll win it because I don't think they're good enough yet, or they've got enough goals in them to win it. But I think with guys like, if you just look at guys like, obviously they've got Lukaku, who's the main man up front. There's Eden Hazard. There's Morales. There's Mertens. There's Januzaj.
Got De Bruyne.
Kane, he's a baller. They've got Axel Witsel, Dembele. Even Fellaini's a different player for Belgium.
Even Chadley plays well.
Let's not talk about
He plays well. He plays well.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it. Him and Fellaini, I don't know what they do. Like when they put a Belgian shirt, they can actually play football. When they play for their clubs, they'll play like lampposts. But yeah, look, they've got a lot of players.
Mertens.
Yeah. Mertens, he's a baller. I feel like they're missing one.
Do you know what it is with me? Like, I think they're a good team, and I think they're actually starting to play good football. Like previously, before when they even had all these players, I don't think they played that good football. But now, I think they're actually really starting to gel as a team. However, I just don't see enough from them to go out against a big team and win. Like, I do not see them beating a Brazil, a Spain, or nothing like that. I don't. They would just get. I don't know. They'll just get battered. I don't know why. There's something about their team. I don't really see it.
I think
The fact that they've got Vertonghen at centre back and no good fullbacks.
Yeah, they
Maybe.
play. Do they play centre backs at fullback? Do they play Vermaelen at fullback? Do they?
Yeah, they must play or Vertonghen
Or
at centre.
Oberwild or whatever his name is, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're all centre backs, and they play two of them at fullback.
Last time I watched Belgium, they played Romain at centre back and Vertonghen left back.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Well, it's just as
And
bad
then
as each other.
Alderweireld
To be
at
honest.
right back.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I think if they had a really, really good coach, the way they've got, because that's a good. If they had a really good coach, I think they could make that defense solid, and they've got good enough midfielders to be able to distribute the ball to their front three and counter attack dangerously. But
If they play Dembele and Witsel in a double pivot with say like a front three in midfield of Hazard, De Bruyne, Morales or Mertens and Lukaku up front, that is so good.
So
I
solid.
still don't think they'll get that far.
yeah, but they'll play a midfield three with Axel as the anchor and Fellaini
charging around aimlessly.
and if Fellaini plays well with this World Cup, I'm going to kill that guy. You know, you better go and play crap. But I don't know.
De
We'll
Bruyne
see.
out wide, maybe. Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't think. I'd rather play De Bruyne in the
That's
middle.
a 10. Yeah.
That's a 10. Even personally, I really want to see Eden Hazard play as a 10.
Yeah.
Guys,
That'd be
who do you think will be a breakout star in Brazil?
What player?
Yeah.
What do you mean by breakout?
Like, so someone that's going to come under the radar and then maybe his market value is just going to go through the roof.
I, for some reason, I see Griezmann coming off the bench for France and just having a worldie.
It's a good shout.
Because I can just see them struggling, and then Griezmann coming off the bench and like bagging a brace or something stupid.
Who usually starts for? Is it Valbuena on the right for them?
It's probably going to be on the right or the left.
Yeah.
Ribery.
Valbuena normally starts on the right.
Ribery on the right, Ribery on the left.
I hate Valbuena, man.
I think he's what? Why?
He's just ugly, man.
Nah, he's a player, man.
Yeah, he can ball though. He can ball, but I rather play Griezmann there.
What about any of the Colombian forwards? Because I don't know if Falcao's going to make it. I know he's in the provisional
Jackson
squad.
Martinez. I don't really like Colombia's team. I think if you look at the other players, I think
It's too FIFA, isn't it? Colombia's team. It's like it's
Yeah,
too pace and power.
I think
very top heavy.
I know if mainly not just because he's actually one of our players. I think if Januzaj actually gets minutes, he could be a breakout star because he's got the ability and he's got no fear. So if he does get the minutes, he could be a breakout star. I think for England, I think Sterling and Oxlade could really show the world that they're really, really, really about. I think if he's fit, Jack Wilshere. Because with Wilshere, he's got the ability, but he's also got the determination and passion just to, drive the team forward. So I think even for us, any of them three.
Yeah, he's already really expensive, but if he gets minutes, then William Carvalho could do well.
Yeah.
He's already ridiculoely expensive though. The bids that have been made for him are insane. So
Yeah, but not many people would have actually seen him
play that much. Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see him. Does he actually start for Portugal? Does he?
I don't think so. Veloso normally plays defensive midfield, but I don't know.
That dream stellar.
Yeah, I remember he was like some wonder kid and then moved to Bolton. I don't know how that happened. Wasn't it Bolton?
No, he never played for Bolton. I don't know who you're talking.
I swear he was on loan at Bolton.
That was Rodrigo, man.
No.
Oh, the Benfica striker.
Benfica striker. He was at Real Madrid and went on loan to Bolton, and then they went to Benfica.
I'm sure Veloso was at Bolton for a season. Alright, maybe I'm getting the wrong guy.
Another one.
Genoa. Oh, he's at Genoa.
Yeah.
One of the Italian strikers, Immobile, Destro, them boys there, because they're banging this season, and I think if Balotelli has a tantrum and comes off or gets injured,
One of them,
or something like that, one of them could actually do a thing.
What about Insigne? Is he in the squad?
Yeah.
I don't know. Have they announced it yet?
Wait.
Yeah, they haven't announced. They definitely have announced the squad.
He's quality. If he gets to play with Balotelli in a 3-5-2 as a partnership, he could do it really well.
Yeah, he could do the role that Cassano used to do when they played him.
Drop in deep a little bit and just running.
And just murdering people. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, a couple more questions I've got. Who do you
also Bernard quickly. Bernard as well. Bernard for Brazil.
Yeah.
I just want to know who's Croatia's team though. Who's Croatia's team, real quick? Did they take what's his name? Who did they take?
I haven't seen a Croatian team announced yet.
Kovacic, Rakitic, Modric, I think is a midfield three. And then
Kovacic might do quite well. They didn't take the young Barcelona guy, did they?
What's Halilovic?
Halilovic, yeah. They didn't take him, did they?
I don't think so.
Nah, fair enough.
Uncle Chizzy asks, do you think if Bale and Ramsey were English, England could be World Cup contenders?
Oh, I dream about that, mate. If Bale and Ramsey were English and we had Ramsey next to Gerrard and Bale, Walcott and Rooney behind Sturridge, we would murder teams. But I don't know. World Cup.
I don't think we're all. I think we'll probably be a bit more dangerous, but we'll still won't touch the ball for the whole game. So
still.
I think it'll just make us a better counter-attacking side.
True, very true. It depends on the manager as well. It really does. But you do have talent. You do have talent, and I think it's just not being utilised well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's one. What's your top 3 choices for the next England manager? That's from Ruan Lucas.
That's a tough one. That is a very, very tough one. Brendan Rodgers, shout out Brendan Rodgers.
Yeah, Brendan Rodgers, definitely.
Give him 500 bags a week. I'm not sure about that Pulis shout though.
No, I'm joking. Get the best out of Andy Carroll.
Yeah, definitely. That's a tough one because, who would really take the job on as well?
Realistic, who's available.
Who's available? Who would take the job on? You ideally want someone that's English?
That's what I was going to ask. I mean, does it have to be an Englishman or?
It doesn't have to be, but
Fergie.
What about Wenger?
Amazing.
Yeah, I'll take Wenger.
Oh, you take Wenger for England, but not for Man United.
Nah, it's never. Wenger, we'll be even more poor defensively than we already are.
Yeah.
No, not if he has Steve Bold as his assistant.
No, please.
Actually, no, we probably would.
He'll be telling everyone to do what they want. I ain't got time for that, man.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure who that would be.
No other.
Tough job for whoever has to pick it. I'd go Rodgers, Wenger, and don't know. I really don't know.
Well,
who
Stuart
else is
Pearce could
available.
always be available if he doesn't have a good time at Nottingham Forest. I'm sure he's in the grooming stage.
Who?
Stuart Pearce.
I forget that, man.
No.
Or Gareth Southgate.
Alright, come on, leave it.
Stuart Pearce played in the under 21s. He played centre midfield of Henderson and Mancian. Cleverly left mid. And then he had guys like what's his name, Lansbury on the bench. Oh, Mancian and Henderson centre mid. Oh, against Thiago. Oh, what Thiago's did to Mancian, yeah. It was just GBH. It was GBH.
I swear, he made him break his neck. He made him turn left. His weave nearly came off.
He did one shimmy, and I swear he's
I remember.
that shimmy set my.
He sent him to space. He sent him to the shops. Oh gosh, he sent him to buy plum tomatoes.
I don't want Pearce or Southgate or not even even if Gary Neville gets experience, I don't really want him as a coach. He's been playing too much FIFA. Every Monday Night Football, he's talking about the pace, the power. He's just shut up. He's a good analyst, but nah.
Yeah. I think when Gary Neville was saying that you don't like United attacking lineup because you didn't have enough pace. I was like, oh, okay. It's pretty much the same lineup as last year, but the difference is we have Mata, so it should be better. So if he was enough to score as many goals last year, then why is he not this year? Bloody mug. But yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that he has to like it still. Maybe he didn't like
true.
last year's.
Yeah, we might as well make Rooney manager anyways.
Okay, Jerome asks, could we give a rough prediction on the England squad for the 2018 World Cup?
Ooh.
Rafael Morrison captain.
Oh, Christ.
Fine.
I don't know. Let's think about the
Will,
decline.
will Gibbs actually even get a game in a friendly from now till then?
Yeah, they'll probably call up Oxlade instead.
Keeper will probably still be hot by then, to be fair.
Yeah, definitely.
Defence, like right back, you're going to be looking at what?
Walker,
Brian Chambers.
It'll probably
Brian
Chambers.
Jenkinson.
Maybe.
Well, I don't really
want
fancy Jenkinson, but
can't rule him out really.
No, but you know what? If knowing England, Flanagan will be there starting doing his own.
No,
If he's still at Liverpool,
no,
he'll be there.
it'll be Kyle Walker. Trust me, it'll definitely be Kyle Walker.
Anyway, centre backs. I mean, Jones, Smalling,
Stones,
Maybe.
Stones.
Corker.
Probably Smalling and Stones probably. Because I think
I'd trust Stones more than Jones, but I think Smalling's better than both of them.
Someone like we should try and get like Pleguezuelo, English nationality.
that's nice.
Well, Kieran Gibbs will never ever get a shout for some reason.
It will be Shaw. It should be Gibbs, but it will be Shaw.
If Shaw goes Man United, Gibbs might as well change nationalities.
Yeah, I know.
You must,
Go play for Jamaica or something.
Barbados.
Where is he from? Barbados.
I don't know.
one of the exotic nations. At least we've got a World Cup for sure, though. We'll definitely be the World Cup for sure. But only for 3 games, though. But
I think James Ward-Prowse might be in the midfield.
Oh yeah, James.
Yep. James Ward-Prowse is there.
Loftus-Cheek.
Yeah, Loftus-Cheek will be what, 22?
It'll be Loftus-Cheek, Wilshere, Ravel Morrison. If all goes
I mean, because in 4 years' time, you're probably looking at people like, I know from an Arsenal perspective, you're probably looking at people like Daniel Crowley, who'll be about 20.
He's too young still. He's only 50 or 16.
No, but he'll be 20 at the time.
No, he won't.
But you don't know. You don't know how he's going to progress, do you? I'm just saying, like.
Yeah, I think he could be. Also, guys like Delph and Cork, they might be realistic if they get a big move. That is.
Cork, I'm telling you, Cork is the guy. He is such an intelligent footballer.
But you know, with
when
England,
Palace are in the championship, and we play Southampton, we had none of the ball because they had Cork centre mid. We got mopped around, and Lambert scored 2 goals. It was horrible. Cork is brilliant. He's probably
fantastic.
be there.
But I think with Cork here, it depends on the managers. I think it's one of them ones where if he doesn't get that move, he might be one of them guys who could be in a squad but not really get the chance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the point of the England squad. Like, I think only
similar wingers, Sterling and Oxlade-Chamberlain, obviously still really young.
Theo Walcott will be hanging around.
I'm praying that Zaha
Hopefully not.
like finally comes good in at the top level. Just from a personal level, I'm praying.
Okay.
Wingers wise, yeah, I think that's pretty sound. Same old wingers.
And up front,
Sturridge and Daniel. Sturridge and Welbeck.
Jay Rodriguez, how old is he?
24.
He'll be in his prime then.
Yeah.
Rodriguez.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like some young strikers coming up.
Tuba Akpom.
Yeah.
Gale.
Dwight Gale will be back at Stansted by then.
He'll have climbed up the leagues and fallen all the way back down.
Oh, gosh.
No, I don't mind Dwight Gale. He's very quick.
Barkley, we forgot Barkley.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Barkley.
Rooney will be playing central defensive midfield. he'll be 30. He'll be 32 pulling the strings.
Do we see any late bloomers?
Lallana's a late bloomer.
Yeah, so someone
He's
like Lallana,
26,
because
isn't he? Yeah.
we
Someone
wouldn't have even thought of Lallana 4 years ago.
Someone like Cork will get ratings later in his career.
Yeah. Well, no, it is. He'll get one match a day analysis on him, and then all of a sudden everyone
Like Carrick, he'll have one good season at controlling the pitch and like controlling the game with his passing, and then everyone will like be all over him. He'll get an England squad, and then yeah.
Then England will get outplayed in midfield, and they'll blame him that he's the only person on the pitch, and he'll be back out. That's what happens, Carrick, we play Carrick, they're like, oh, see, he didn't bust in midfield. It's like, okay, yeah, well, he's playing against Alonso, Iniesta, and Xavi. Like, what do you want to do?
And everyone's running away from him.
But yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't know, because you never know, because we'll predict this and then it'll be something completely different, because people just come up out of the blue.
That's the thing. I mean, but nowadays though, I think we have far better resources in terms of like who's coming through and.
Yeah, it's more on TV.
Yeah, so I think we have a better idea.
If all goes to plan, hopefully Wenger gets sacked soon or something, or leaves, and then Wilshere can eventually become the top player that he's meant to be. Then hopefully, I think Wilshere could really be a guy by next World Cup. He really could be.
Every podcast on Wenger bashing, do you get tired?
I'm editing it out, to be honest.
Do you get bored? Seriously, what you do is every podcast on Wenger bashing.
You guys react too much. It's just too funny.
Oh gosh.
Anyway, I've got a question here from Malone Diaries, and he said, he did two. Which England team of the past do you think had the potential to win the World Cup, if any?
96.
I don't remember that team, so.
I wasn't alive, but I was just
96.
96, 98, just because we had.
96 wasn't even a World Cup year, mate.
I mean, but he said that generation.
Oh, that generation. So what was that generation like?
Shearer,
Gaza, Sheringham.
Yeah, that was a good team.
And just I think if we bled in Scholesy and Beckham a bit early, give them a bit more faith in the youth.
Yeah, because I never really felt the golden generation was that golden.
No. I disagree, actually. No, because actually
golden. I think it was.
No. I think if you think of the players, if you go in goal, was it Seaman?
Just about, Seaman.
When he wasn't getting lobs, he was a good goalkeeper. Then we have right back Gary Neville, who was class. Ashley Cole, the best left back in our generation.
And then our centre backs were crazy.
We had
Terry, Ferdinand, Campbell.
No, forget Terry, Ferdinand and Campbell. Campbell.
Okay, moving on.
So Terry, Ferdinand, Campbell, Carragher led the king.
No, Carragher. No.
Carragher was good.
He was good.
Back in the day, if you remember him last season, he was terrible. But
he was good. But Terry, Rio, Campbell, and Lely King were exceptional. Then we had our biggest crime was putting Scholes left and playing Gerrard and Lampard centre mid.
They did the same thing later on with Gerrard. When we needed a defensive midfielder, they put Barry centre mid and Gerrard on the left wing.
How can you? But if you look at them individually, we have Scholes, Gerrard, Lampard, David Beckham, and Rooney and Owen, and that was Rooney and Owen in their primes.
Do you think that's a golden generation, though?
Yeah, because they're all practically either world class or just below it.
Yeah, top class.
Maybe I'm a bit harsh.
Yeah, no, because I think that's our problem. What Reuben just said, all did the same thing. We did stupid stuff like we had Joe Cole, who's a really creative spark in that. We had Joe Cole, who's a really creative player in that slot in behind, but we put him on the left wing.
So stuff like where we needed to make the hard decision and dropping either Gerrard or Lampard, we just kind of like bonded them in. I think Gerrard and Scholes could have worked. I think Gerrard and Scholes could have really worked.
I'm not so sure,
if
man.
they
They're both
came through at different times, and we were able to make the most of Gerrard's goals and Lampard like at different times, then it would be better, because we neglected people like Cole as a 10, Hargreaves as a defensive mid and stuff, so that we could play them all together, and it jeopardised the team.
I think if we made a tough decision of even just playing a midfield trio, no, not even the midfield, because remember Gerrard, one of his better seasons when Alonso and Mascherano were in a double pivot, and Gerrard was in behind Torres, and him and Torres were just moving just ridiculous. So if we could have had a team like Hargreaves as that, Mascherano as that ball winner, but he could also play just like Mascherano.
Yeah.
Scholes as the quarterback, and then we'll have Wazza as the striker. That's if he has legs, because he's always injured every tournament.
Yeah.
Or
Gerrard
behind, and then even in that type of system, Joe Cole on the left wouldn't be as bad because you have more passing angles, and it could be a bit more creative. But I think we kind of struggled for right winger because we tried to show Wright Phillips and all these guys, and they're all just junk. So.
Okay. Well, final question before we leave it here. I want everyone to put their necks on the line and predict the winner of Brazil 2014.
Brazil.
Nigeria. No, I'm joking. I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna go for. I don't know. It's Portugal.
Portugal?
Wow. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm going for Brazil.
It's not a bad shout.
No, because Ronaldo could only get them so far. The rest of them are retarded. So
I'm gonna go for like unprecedented Spain again, doing it and like doing it back to back, or whatever they're doing it now. So I think they'll just win again, 1-0 every match.
I'm gonna
Brazil.
I'm gonna go Argentina.
Costa, if Brazil meet Spain in the semi, like they should, if it all goes to plan, then Costa, it would make sense for Costa to maybe either get sent off or give away a penalty or score against Brazil and knock them out. Something mad will happen to do with Costa, but overall, I'll go Brazil winners.
I think Brazil do bits on Spain, you know. Maybe even Argentina might get far, you know. I don't know.
I think Argentina.
I haven't seen them as of late. I don't really trust it. I'm not sure about the defence, but
Garay and Fernandes, not best, is it?
I mean, Garay's decent, and you've got Zabaleta right back, and who's their left back?
some trash.
They don't have a left back. They play Rojo at left back.
He's a garbage centre back at that. So I know, but they've, especially if they play Angel in the central role like they've been doing.
Is he injured?
No, I'm not too sure. You know, is Angel injured?
Don't think so.
What, Di Maria, did you say?
Is he? Yeah. Oh, no, he didn't play like the other day for Madrid, so maybe.
I swear I saw somewhere briefly that he might be injured, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, and Argentina's front line it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, they have Franco De Santo.
Has he actually been picked?
Yeah, he's been picked.
Tevez is at home, and DeSantis.
Is Icardi going?
Is he on the standby list, Icardi?
I can't remember seeing him. I know. I remember just seeing Tevez and De Santo there, so I would imagine Icardi is there.
I knew Tevez wasn't going, but
I don't know. Would you? Because they got a lot of forwards. Obviously, there's obviously Messi's picked. Higuain will be picked. Sergio Aguero will be picked. Do they still pick Palacio?
Yo, no, they didn't pick Icardi, you know.
Yeah, see,
they picked Palacio instead.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew they would have picked him.
No,
Wait, that's
Maxi Rodriguez.
No, you're lying.
No, he's there. He plays for Newell's Old Boys.
Is this a provisional squad or is that the permanent squad?
It's the 30.
Oh, it's the 30, is it? Oh, so maybe these guys aren't actually going to go then.
No,
I think Maxi Rodriguez will go. I think he has a place in there.
I think the last World Cup, I think we all overlooked how badly Maradona stuffed it for them, because they were playing Varane and Maxi Rodriguez in a double pivot, and Mascherano and Cambiasso sitting at home, and they had Zanetti sitting at home, and they're playing. What's that guy's name? Who they're playing right back? What's his name again? He plays for Newcastle.
Oh, Gutierrez. Oh, that
Gutierrez,
trash guy. Oh.
Yeah, so all they had to do was put.
I don't know what Maradona was on.
Yeah, Cambiasso, cocaine as per usual. Because if you think about it, just Cambiasso and Mascherano, especially in that Argentina, especially in that Germany game, there's no way Germany would have overran them if Cambiasso and Mascherano are playing there. You can't play Veron and Max Rodriguez against a midfield of
Muller, Podolski,
Khedira,
Schweinsteiger.
Are you mad? Of course they got brushed 4-0. Stupid team.
But you know what? They could make a team out of these boys, you know. Like, when I'm looking at it, like, you got Mascherano, you got Gago, you got Ever Banega.
Oh, Banega's included, is he?
Maria. No, Speroni.
Nah, he didn't make it. I'm gutted.
Speroni's Argentinian, is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
And their three goalkeepers are like Romero, Andujar, and someone
Oh,
else.
that's poor. That's poor, and they didn't choose Speroni.
No.
That's out of
Speroni's
order.
It's a shame.
That's a tragedy. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us. Thank you for all your questions, actually, because the Twitter was absolutely in overload with questions. I think I tried to get through most of them, but thank you very much for all your questions. Thank you to my guests as well. You guys have been great, as per usual. So we'll see you next week.
Cheers.
Cheers. Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.